Samsung has recently come out with their new flagship phone, the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. We'll look at an S21 Ultra benchmark to see if it can compete on the stage for the best phone of 2021. How does it stack up against the Apple iPhone 12 Pro Max? How does it stack up against other Android phones? And is it worth the upgrade from the S20? In this video, we'll answer all those questions. But before we jump in, don't forget to like and subscribe, and be sure to watch to the end for some bonus content. Okay, let's get started. The specs. As a new phone, the Galaxy S21 Ultra is certainly up to date. It has a 6.8-inch display with Ultra HD 1440 resolution. The screen comes with AMOLED lighting for a more vibrant display. The screen's refresh rate can go up to 120 Hz, which is on par with some medium gaming monitors and better than some TV screens. On top of this, it can run at maximum resolution in 120 Hz with no issues. It has up to 16 GB of RAM and runs on the Snapdragon 888. It can process 26 TOPS, or Tera operations per second, which makes it on par or better than every other phone processor out there. It has up to 512 GB of storage as well, but sadly, no microSD card slot for even further storage potential. It's also compatible with styluses and other digital pens, and can come with a Samsung S Pen Pro. It utilizes ultra-wideband for superior location tracking and nearby file sharing. Some car companies have even partnered with Samsung to turn your phone into a functional key for your car. But perhaps the most impressive thing about the S21 is its camera, or rather, its zoom potential. The S21 Ultra also sports alternate camera options to the S21 and S21 Plus. While those both have 3 cameras, the S21 Ultra has a whopping 6 lenses, some of which are the 108-megapixel main camera, a 40-megapixel selfie camera, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and the 3x and 10x telephoto zoom cameras. The last lens is a focus sensor, which is used to stabilize footage and focus. The problem with digital zoom is that the slightest hand movement is amplified and can turn an otherwise crisp, in-focus picture into a blurry mess. But the focus sensor mitigates this quite a bit, saving your shaky hands from ruining an otherwise perfectly good photo opportunity. Even without the zoom-ins, images have notable improvements over the last generation of cameras from Samsung's S20 line. With the telephoto lenses, there's up to a 100x zoom, which is quite insane and still doesn't look fantastic. It's more of a gimmick than anything else. Still, the 30x zoom isn't bad, and the 10x is remarkably solid. As far as the battery life goes, it's not half bad at 5,000 mAh, which translates to over 10 hours of video streaming. The battery life can be affected by another one of the S21 Ultra's features though, 5G connectivity. While this does make the phone much faster in areas with 5G, as far as the battery life is concerned, Wi-Fi is the best option. Depending on your carrier, you may or may not be able to turn off 5G connections. T-Mobile allows a 4G connection, but AT&T and Verizon do not. If one of those is your phone carrier, you may have to resort to a third-party app to connect to a 4G network. Keep in mind, this will likely slow down your phone's connectivity speed. It can charge with a USB-C port as well as wireless charging. Sadly, the S21 line doesn't ship with a charger, on the basis that most people have a charging cable already. Future-proofing. While the 5G networking on the S21 is cool and all, it doesn't really offer much faster speeds than current 4G networks. However, as 5G towers continue to be built and 5G overall becomes more widely available, the S21 actually has the potential to get faster over time, not slower. This is due to its full embrace of the 5G technology. Bear in mind that the S21 is in line with other current flagship phones as far as internet speed goes, and isn't really better or worse. However, if your carrier is T-Mobile, you have access to standalone 5G mode, which gets rid of all 4G connectivity. Why do this? Well, it lowers latency by a noticeable margin and lowers the chance of being on a slow, overloaded network. However, it's still typically slower than having it with a 4G connectivity, as the 4G network infrastructure is more of a help than a hindrance. Again, this may change in the future as the 5G networks and infrastructure continue to grow and improve. Depending on your neighborhood, which option is better for you may vary. As it stands, the S21 Ultra could be one of the best phones to take advantage of the upcoming 5G networks right now. But by the time those are fully up and running though, you may be in the market for a new phone anyway. Would you rather have a future-proof phone now or a standard phone later? Let us know your preference in the comments. Comparison to the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Of course, the biggest competitor to the S21 Ultra is the iPhone 12 Pro Max. The 12 is already off to a strong start based on price alone. The S21 retails for $1,200, which is $100 more than the 12. The 12's cameras offer different benefits to the S21's. While the S21 offers superior zoom, the iPhone is better at night mode shots. Still though, both cameras are exceptional and should serve you quite well. The S21 does win out in resolution by a bit. With both higher resolution cameras and a higher resolution screen, the S21 looks cleaner and even boasts up to twice the refresh rate of the 12. The S21 can capture 8K video footage and boasts both Face ID and a fingerprint sensor, while the 12 only has Face ID. Both phones are water resistant at IP68. If you drop it in water, you should be able to pull your phone out and dry it off with no worries, as long as you're relatively quick about it. And of course, the operating systems are quite different. Sadly, Apple wins out here, as their iOS continues to improve, and Samsung continues to keep undeletable, useless bloatware on even their premium phones. As far as which phone is right for you, you probably already knew going in which camp you're in, between Samsung and Apple. Their flagship phones are similar enough. If you're a die-hard Apple fan, there's nothing convincing enough to make the switch to Android. Should you buy the S21 Ultra? While the S21 is certainly quite impressive, it's also quite expensive, and you can find better bang for your buck in other phones. While the new S21 line is cheaper than the previous S20 models, they also don't do a whole lot of new things for you. For $400 less, you can opt to just get the $800 Galaxy S21. It's smaller and doesn't have the same zooming capabilities, but it's also only 2/3 of the price, making it a better deal. The same is true for the iPhone 12 model for that matter. The Pro Max doesn't do a ton more than the regular iPhone 12. Another decent Android phone at a competitive price point is the $750 OnePlus 8T, which boasts software and a battery that's almost up to snuff with the S21 Ultra. The differences are mostly negligible. While the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra does some impressive things and is future-proofed, if you don't have the money to get a new smartphone, it's probably better to hold off for now. If you are in desperate need of a new smartphone though, it may be better to go with one of the cheaper S21 models, or even the S20 model. Of course, if you have to own the best, newest phone no matter what, there's nothing we can do to stop you, and you won't be disappointed with the S21. While it's definitely the best and newest, it's not a huge upgrade from the other phone models, and its price tag probably just isn't worth it. Thanks for watching our video. Looking for more tech videos like this one? Check out this playlist. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss more videos by us. We've got 2 more tech videos like this one coming up soon. How do you feel about the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra? Are you going to go for it after hearing this review? Was there anything we missed? Let us know in the comments down below. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video. Take care.